Way too comfortable this morning here at Bella Reina Spa.
Hey man, they gave me some cucumber water.
I know. This is the treatment.
I like this.
I should have my makeup on, my nails. We should have got here earlier.
Oh, we should have laid in the bed and just put the cucumbers on your eyes, kick your feet up. They tried to get me in the thing to get, what's this thing called right here?
Get a pedicure.
Yeah, that thing right there. They tried to get me in that thing to get my pedicure, right? But no, I can't do it.
Your wife said, please, please, please give this man a pedicure.
Nah, trust me. I told them they're going to throw away every utensil.
We told them there's a jackhammer outside, that we got this covered.
She said they had a diesel. They got a diesel equipment. All right.
I have to say, even though there's construction down the road, in here it's serene and peaceful, and you feel totally removed from everything in the outside world.
Well, you know, the one thing I can say, we're over here at the Bella Reina Spa. It's over here on George Bush Blvd, close to the bridge, in between Federal Highway and the bridge. This is a tight-knit community over here in this area. It's a totally different area than all the other different areas in Delray, I can say that.
Well, I think, and you'll hear from some of the ladies who own businesses right over here in a few minutes, but what I think is so amazing is how many little pockets of businesses we have in Delray Beach that are amazing little gems. And you just have to get outside of your street to go onto another street, and you'll find magical things like this spot here.
Listen, this is a nice spot. So, and you know what? They have the deli down the street. I just taste some of those muffins as well. I don't know what was in those muffins.
It's I don't know. They were delicious, and
They
we
were
tried
delicious.
to share
It wasn't
with
that type of
others.
muffin. I know what you're thinking. It wasn't those type of muffins whatsoever.
Well, Marianne has her gourmet shop.
Yes.
And I mean, I've gotten a lot of things from there over the years that are wonderful.
Look,
So,
cameraman just grabbed the muffin.
oh, see, they're all eating. They're teasing us, guys. They're eating the muffins while we sit here being tortured and watch.
Yes. You know what? Let's go ahead and bring
We have a full house,
We do
so
have
let's
a full
bring
house.
them all on.
Let's bring our guests on.
Okay, so who are you gonna bring first?
So let's bring on Mr. Dennis Williams. All right, so Mr. D, he's the owner of the Three Bridges Consulting. So we're gonna bring Mr. Williams on.
All right.
As well as Ethan Dangerwing, the co-owner of MasterWing Creative Agency.
Yes.
Hi guys.
All right,
How
thanks
are
for having us.
you?
Great.
Thanks for Isn't this a beautiful place to start your morning?
Gorgeous.
I feel very serene too.
I know. We all need a cozy robe. I'm like
Need
looking
one
at
of
my
those.
nails. I'm
Yeah, I need one of
embarrassed.
those.
I don't want to show
You know,
anyone.
you know the crazy thing though, like usually when you go into a nail salon or
Yeah.
something, you smell the chemicals
not
in there.
here.
I didn't smell that
No,
coming in here.
not at
whatsoever.
all. It smells like a spa. It is a spa. And you just have that when you walk in the door.
Because you had that, like, I think it was like acetone and all them other crazy chemicals.
Yes.
But
Not here. Not here.
not here at all.
We're going to
Not
put
at
a
all.
sign on the door. Jamel says no crazy smells in here. So we have an exciting event coming up that you guys are hosting. So can you tell us a little bit about what this is and why people need to come?
Yeah, sure. Honored and humbled that I'm invited to host on Friday. It's called Chamber University, and we'll both be there. I'm going to lead a talk about marketing and storytelling and branding. So I'm a former journalist, so what we'll be talking about a little bit is video and content, which is what we're doing now, right?
Yeah.
Video and content. And it's cool because people ask me all the time, like, what kind of businesses do you deal with? And it's literally every kind of business. All three of the businesses you're going to see today have incredible stories.
Yes.
Have those stories been told with good video and quality still photography, and then the photography comes in over here, right?
Yeah, so going along with that, there's no better way to brand yourself than with your headshot. So I'll be there conducting headshots for all the people attending. So I'm very excited to meet all the people that be joining.
So they get to learn about all the things to do and then have it happen right then and there.
Right then and
Right.
Which I'm gonna say, I would recommend coming here first, get your hair done, your nails done, right? Because don't you want to look, when you're getting your headshots done, what are things that people should be thinking of before they get their photos taken?
I would definitely say one of the things you want to do before you even show up is to practice your looks. Just get in front of the
do
mirror.
yours. Let's see. Let's see, what's your pose?
Let me get that
Your
blue
pose-
still.
I'm gonna get you on. Jamel
We're all
always
gonna
does this.
practice.
Zoolander.
He does that. Wait, he does this. Yeah, he licks his lips. Yeah, he does that. What's this one, Jamel? But you do the.
Oh, so you always have to lick your lips. It's just something about. So I was telling we were talking about a barbershop, and I was saying, well, as a man, right?
Is that a rule?
You get a
Ethan?
haircut. You get a haircut, and the first thing you do, is you just
Yeah.
with your eyes.
That's the one he does.
I'll get my hair done. And I'll still do. Yeah.
So you look at yourself a little bit.
Or if you
and
shave,
you walk
if
in
you
all these
shave.
mirrors, you're gonna look at yourself a little bit. You know, if you look too long, it's kind of creepy. But just look for a split second.
Jamel, that's right. We have to remove all the mirrors because he likes to look at himself while we're filming.
There are a lot of mirrors in here.
No,
by the way.
There are a lot of mirrors.
He's just practicing.
That's
I'm
right.
just- I'm
He's just
practicing my
proud.
look.
He's just proud.
Practice my
That's
look.
all.
And I do need some headshots. So I'll be calling you.
Yeah, we need new pictures actually.
Yes, we do.
Got you.
So, and also, for anyone who has seen our photos for Delray Morning Live, Ethan took those photos. We just laughed the whole time, which was very hard for him to take pictures because between him licking his lips and me laughing, it was.
But the
we had
funny
fun. We had so
part
much
about
fun.
it, we did the photo shoot down Atlantic Avenue, and everybody thought it was an engagement shoot. Everybody thought. I was like, oh my.
It didn't help that y'all were matching.
I know, right?
But I was wearing a cotton dress, like I don't know.
Congratulations! Congratulations!
For what?
That was crazy.
Look,
it was.
good. So, what I'm really excited about is is there like a little like nugget of information that you can share with us now? Because I think this is huge. People need to know about, especially in this digital world. It's not just about meeting and shaking hands anymore and the presentation you make in person, but it's also making sure that it is consistent across all of the platforms and touch points.
Right. So what I like to say is they used to say content is king, but that's not true. It's good content is king. So you need to know like what content you're putting out has to be on brand and it has to be a good story. So and everybody can do it now. It's never been easier, and every price point is available to produce really good video and really good photography. Like there's ways to do it to tell that story, and then obviously it's never been easier to find your audience, even though it's spread out. the targeting on Facebook and some of the, we'll talk about that, some of the things you can do in the digital world to get that story in front of the right people. We'll talk about that too.
And for people who are intimidated by it, they don't want to touch it, it's too scary or too time consuming. I mean, frankly, we started an Instagram and we both are looking at each other.
We have 3
Did
friends.
you post?
3 followers,
Do we have
that's what
3?
they call
We
them.
grew.
Right?
But so, it can be a lot, it can be a little bit daunting to a lot of people. So are you able to then help connect the dots for people and make those connections with your business?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's very affordable for every kind of business. I mean, you're not going to go out and change your own oil, so you have you have a busy enough time running your own business. So you should really put a professional in charge of your marketing. Too many people try to do it themselves, but it's like you're not going to change your own oil. You're not going to do those kinds of things. Marketing should be the same way. And the other thing I will say on Friday that's very important is you have to get to the point where you think of marketing as an investment and not an expense. The same thing as putting a sign out in front of your building. The same thing as buying, anything for your business. It's an investment, not an expense.
That's a really great way of looking at it, because I think
good point.
that is something a lot of people do. Is they're like, oh, and I know a lot of incredible photographers, and they'll say, people said it's not worth it, and I'm like, what? It's not worth it? It's literally your identity. Like, how can
Hey,
you?
I have an iPhone.
Right. You're like, okay,
Have fun with that.
Exactly. And sure, you know what? If you're starting out and maybe you don't have any budget at all, okay, that iPhone photo will be okay. But you want to grow and expand, you need to hire people who know how to take the shot.
Pay a professional.
Yep.
If you want to look professional, if you want to put that face forward, that's what you're going to have to do.
Well, you have competition that's doing it. So that's the other thing, right? So you want to stand out. All these things we're talking about, your competition's doing it. So if you're not doing it, you're behind.
Absolutely. So where can people find both of your businesses besides coming to your event? How can they get in touch with you? Because you guys need their help.
But you go first.
If you want any kind of, if you want to reach out to us, info@masterwingcreative.com. Our website is masterwingcreative.com. Any social media platform, MasterWing Creative Agency.
Yeah, and we're 3bridgesconsulting.co. We don't have the .com, .co. The number 3, bridgesconsulting.co. You can reach out to us there. But you can also show up on Friday for our Lunch and Learn, Chamber U.
So if they wanted to figure out some more information about Chamber U online, where would they go?
I think they go to the Chamber
Go
of
to the
Commerce
Chamber
website. Yeah,
website? Okay.
yeah, and you can sign up there.
I like that name, Chamber U. That's really
That's
cool.
really cool.
I
And
like
that's
that.
on delraybeach.com. And this is one of the many things that the Chamber does so well, is put on incredible programming with experts that help you grow your business. It's not just about shaking hands and having lunch and a drink, which is nice, but it's about expanding and growing. And I think this is the perfect opportunity to do so.
So I've been meeting a lot of people, especially a lot of kids that just graduated from college and they're looking to start their own business. I said, look, before you do anything, go down to the Chamber.
Yes, 100%.
Go join the nearest chamber so that they can guide you and help you. And I say that's what they're there for.
Yeah, because you're not in it alone when you do it that way.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
We
you.
can't wait to see you on Friday.
Thank you. Looking forward to it. Thanks for having us.
Now you can go get your nails done and get your massage.
But what do you, baby?
This is what happens when you give him a muffin and a robe first thing in the morning.
Last time you said that's what happened when you give me an old fashioned. Well, at least I didn't get alcohol this
Different
morning.
day, different treats.
That's all right. I take treats, all of them.
Same.
Yes.
No, we just have fun.
Yes.
So, I'm excited about that event. I think that's going to be a
I
great
think
one.
I like the name. It's really cool.
Yes.
I don't know. Probably a marketing person came up with that name.
I
right?
would venture to guess. And the photos were done by a professional.
Yes.
Okay, so now we are going to welcome on 3 incredible business owners. And he's going to make the shift to the
ride my
back.
horse.
He's
We'll
got a
ride my
horse
horse
back
right
here
here.
waiting for him.
All right.
So we have Nancy Reagan, the owner of Bella Reina Spa, Jennifer Davis, owner of Second Time Around, and Sara Devries. Is that correct?
Devries.
Okay, I was so close, Jamael. Devries.
Yeah, she's known to mess up one
I
name
mess up
every Wednesday.
every show I mess up one name. So it was you this time,
At
Sarah.
least she's
Congratulations.
consistent. I can say that.
And she is the owner of Marianne's Gourmet Shop.
I'm sorry.
Which, those muffins were unreal.
Thank you.
Like, we are staring at the plate over here longingly while everyone else is enjoying them.
There's none left. Jamael ate them all.
Yeah, he has them in that robe pocket, Nancy. Watch out. He's saving them for later. They were delicious. So, you are open for business in spite of this construction.
We are open.
And so for people who are looking and they're like, what is happening? How do we get here? Do you want to tell them how they can get here?
It's actually quite simple. The signs The signs actually are disconcerting, where it says roads closed only only for local traffic. But you can actually get to our parking lot. They closed right after our parking lot. So Federal Highway, Atlantic Avenue, Woolbright, Federal Highway, right to George Bush on East, right into our parking lot.
And they have a lot of parking here, guys. So, and
I
other
was gonna say that
businesses,
too.
right?
Yes.
Other businesses, you're like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't go because I don't know, am I going to park? This is going to be hard. You can park easily. You have a ton of parking spaces.
Right up to our front door, literally.
Right here.
2 feet.
I did.
You open
2
the car,
feet.
2 feet.
Rain
you're in
or
our
shine,
stores.
you can go really quickly to get in. And what I really love is you can have a place where you could stay all day in this beautiful little plaza. Because you can come and you can wake up and get a massage and your nails and your makeup, then go buy some new outfits and accessories.
Wait,
and then have
you're
lunch.
hungry first.
Oh, true, you're hungry first.
You have to go
After
to
massage, you're
Marianne.
hungry. So Marianne goes next.
Marianne.
Okay, so Marianne, you
Sara.
stop there. Okay, so you go to Marianne's and then you come shopping.
And you get your Louis, your Gucci's, your Chanel's.
Oh, cute.
You get it all. Oh, men's things. A couple
Jamael
of men's.
Men's, we gotta go.
Robert Graham.
Ooh.
That's my cousin.
Belts.
We gotta go over there. We gotta go over there. Check it out.
Check this place out.
This
Definitely.
is exciting. So do you guys just want to give like a 5-second overview of what your businesses are and when they come here through the construction, which you don't have to actually go through the construction. It looks like it, but you don't. What happens in this beautiful plaza? So we'll start with you, Nancy.
Okay, I'm Nancy Reagan from Bella Reina Spa, and we specialize in facials, natural nails, fabulous pedicures, and of course, slimming body treatments and massages.
Can y'all drop me on a 6-pack?
Yep, we can.
Can you draw?
Yes, we can heat pack that in.
It's spring break. I need to get my beach body on.
But that's who we are. Also, we want to add too that George Bush Bridge is up at the same time we're having road construction. So it is necessary that you go to Woolbright or Atlantic Avenue or Linton if you choose to get here. But we are open.
Perfect.
I got a question though for you. So with your spa, you know, there's a lot of spas around in this area. What sets yours apart from everybody else? Besides you being on it, but what sets you apart from everybody else?
Well, we were voted the best day spa in Florida.
Oh.
That's
Woo,
#1.
woo.
And we were
Number
also
one.
voted the best day spa in North America.
She told y'all.
Wow.
She don't even have to say no more. Drop the mic.
That is a drop the mic moment.
What do you mean what sets us apart? We're number one.
She's
here.
like,
We're number
have
one.
you not read?
We have amazing team of people. Like it's not just me here. We have an amazing team. They're dedicated. They love what they do. They love making people feel fabulous. And I feel like we give people hope every day. That's what we do.
And at the women's events that unfortunately you are not welcome to join at this event. I like to jab him with that one every once in a while and remind him. But at that event, she sets up this, you have to sneak in next time, Jamael. I'll sneak you in the back door. They have the most beautiful spa room that they turn the boardrooms into, right? I mean, it's magical. The first time I saw that, I was like, they're like, oh yeah, Nancy's gonna be doing like little spa treatments and things. And I'm like, oh, okay, great. And I was like, what? I mean, it was uplit. It is spectacular. And we just also have to also call out that you're such a great chamber member. You do so much and give back to this community and to the chamber. And every time there's an event, I feel like you're right there, front and center.
You gotta be here. You know, it's a great city. We have a great Delray Beach.
And how long have you been over here in this?
In this area, 15 years.
15 years. That's why she's number one, baby.
Yeah.
But all together in Delray, how long?
Well, Delray about 40, but
Oh, wow.
in business about 30.
Wow, that's
in the
great.
spa business.
That's great.
So-
So see, number one in Florida, in North America, and a business here for 30 years. I mean,
She's seasoned. She's a seasoned vet.
Seasoned old bride.
okay, so tell us about you.
So I'm Jen Davis. I own Second Time Around Consignment. We just celebrated 43 years in Delray.
Wow, congratulations.
Originally off the avenue behind the Green Owl Diner. And then we've been in this location for about 10 years. We had both stores actually operating for a couple of years, but 43 altogether. And we specialize in designer handbags, shoes, jewelry, Louis, Gucci's, a little bit of men's things, because you guys don't shop as much as women do.
That's what I keep telling him. He's like, how about men's? I said, you guys don't like to shop. The women come and shop. Men, you get the same thing for different colors.
Yeah, it's not like the men come out with their, they're going to lunch with the guys and they want to get the mani-pedi,
Right.
they want to go to lunch, then they want to do some shopping. It doesn't work like that.
Maybe you should start that, Jamael. Let's start a new thing. Then you'll be invited to all the events that are focused on women.
The bus tour with
The
the
bus
guys.
tour.
Right.
So,
Spa day with the fellas.
I love it. That's great. Spa day with the fellas.
we'll put that on. I don't know.
Might get a little wild.
Dennis, Ethan, y'all coming along, man. Get ready.
Ethan will
So-
definitely be there.
So Louis, Gucci, Chanel, Prada, Fendi, Escada,
Amazing.
Hermes. Right now we have a couple of Birkin bags, Kelly's. What we do is we don't consign any longer. It's been about
Okay, I was
7
gonna
or
ask you
8,
that.
yeah,
Okay.
about 7 or 8 years that we stopped that. It just got too. Who likes contracts?
Right. No.
Come in, bring your things, clean out your closet, handbags, shoes, anything a woman would put on their body, scarves, accessories, sunglasses, designer sunglasses.
You know, we have to go over there and get some video, and we can put it on our IG page so people
Yeah.
can really see.
That would be great.
So we
yeah.
Yeah.
Take some
do it.
pictures too and put some stuff
Yeah.
out there.
Nice, thanks.
That'd be really
There's some
fun.
video over there also.
So we
Play
typically
dress up.
buy out. We buy outright. So cash,
Okay.
Venmo, Zelle, or old-fashioned check, whatever
Oh, so we can
works.
come and show it to you still and bring things
Yep,
to you.
we
and then you just buy
negotiate
it.
and I buy it outright.
Oh,
so
that's
no
great.
contract.
You don't have to
no
wait and
waiting.
hope that somebody's going to buy it. Okay.
It was so
good.
frustrating for a lot
Yeah.
of ladies.
Hold up,
In
can
the
you didn't
past-
explain that to me? I'm lost.
So consignment is a way you sign a contract. It's for 60, 90 days or whatever you decide. There's a percentage that's paid out when it sells. So you have to wait. If it sells, you're then paid at that period, or you reclaim your items. So it's a guessing game, and you lose control, I think, of the whole process. Whereas if you come into my store, into second time around, cash.
Yes.
Baby, cash.
And you can come in, your
And
nails done,
you-
and have
yes.
lunch.
Yo,
Or buy something else while you're in there.
Also
they sell their
trade.
stuff first.
So-
Then they come to the spa and then they go eat.
Right. So we also, Amanda, we also trade. So you bring in your items that you don't use anymore, or
Oh, I'm coming to trade. I got a
Right.
lot of things.
Yes.
Okay, I'm excited. See, Solomon, I don't have to buy anything. I'm going to trade.
yeah.
What's
Yeah,
our time
right.
after this? What do we have over there? Well, that's so wonderful. So you guys have to come and check.
Second time
Right.
around.
All right, and last but not least, one of my favorite places to grab something delicious.
Hi, I'm Sara from Marianne's Gourmet Shop. We've been in business since '88, about 35 years.
Wow.
Again, like Jen, this is our second location, but we've been in this spot, I think, 22 years.
Oh wow.
We specialize in everything. We like bake a turkey every day for sandwiches. One of our favorite sandwiches that people love is our homemade stuffing with fresh
had that one.
turkey and cranberry
good.
mayonnaise.
What time y'all open today?
9 o'clock. You can get a sandwich at 9.
That sounds
Right
good.
after
I'm big-
this,
that's-
get
that's my
lunch.
breakfast.
Let's get it
Yes.
for lunch.
Yes.
But speaking of cucumbers, we make a really great cucumber soup that people love.
Never had it.
We sell a lot of that. We do gazpacho, but we have everything from appetizers. If you're having people over, you could buy just a couple things or a lot of things, whatever your need is. We do soups, sandwiches, salads.
Peanut butter cookies.
Cookies,
And
my
the
great grandma's
chocolate.
recipe.
And don't forget your frozen stuff. that
All the
people
frozen
take.
entrees. We have dinners, cookies, brownies, lime squares. We do it all.
You do it all.
I'm real hungry. I was already hungry.
Muffins for everyone.
And those muffins disappeared like this, so it shows how delicious those muffins are. Well, we're so happy to have you guys on to make sure people are aware you are open. Don't let the construction deter you. You can come right in. It's very easy and have a great time.
So you're 6 days a week, 7 days a week?
7 days a week.
Oh, 7
And we're
days.
7 days a week as well.
Oh, that is
Through
something.
the
I'm
summer.
6.
6,
I'm not
I know.
open on Sunday.
Sarah wants to sleep.
I need a break.
She needs a day. She needs a day off from all that cooking she's doing.
But 7 days a week, all the way through summer as well. I mean,
That's
we just crank
great.
on. We really,
Yep.
this little section is, I've heard it said, is old Delray.
Yeah. Well, I think that's something to note too, because a lot of us who live here year round, a lot of things close, and we're like, where do we go? What is there to do? So you can come here year round, 7 or 6 days a week, and have a great time.
So when I was young, my grandfather used to operate a corn laundry that used to be over
Oh,
here. It was
really?
like a 7-Eleven or something. They had a little corn
Yeah.
laundry there. My grandfather used to manage it for a while, so he used to babysit me while I was sitting there running crazy through.
You got wheeled around in the little
I wheeled around. Sometimes I jumped inside of the dryer, so I don't know.
my
I
God.
did a lot of crazy things. but I remember this area. This is the old
Fun.
area.
That sounds like a fun way to grow up, though.
Yeah.
No? You didn't like that part. Not that part so much. That's because you didn't come across the
No, it
street
was
and get
fun, though.
something to eat and
It
get
was
your nails
fun, though.
done.
You know, I get put in the wash and get put on a tumble cycle or something like that. I don't know. No, I'm just playing.
Someone out there is like, what? What? We got to call somebody. Well, thank you so much, ladies.
Thank
and
you
we
for
can't wait to
having
come
us.
back
Thank
and
you.
spend
We
more time
appreciate
over
it.
here.
But thank you for also hosting us.
Yes,
You know.
thank you. And the muffins. I mean, what a morning.
I know what I'm eating
I don't
for
wanna
breakfast
leave.
today.
And we're giving away Gucci belts after this, too.
Oh,
You get the muffin and the Gucci.
muffin and a Gucci belt. Gift with purchase.
Yes.
That'd be something.
That's the facial.
Beautiful.
Everything.
Thank you, ladies.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, seriously, we're getting spoiled today. You want to
know,
come?
right?
I felt like you were missing out, so I kept
right?
turning my head to you. Now we're back to normal with your
right.
pink, your lovely pink cozy room. This
Pink
feels
out.
really soft though.
This is soft. This is soft. I like it.
Yeah, you come here and you get pampered. So, last but not least, we have Miss AmberMac, the president of AmberMac Media.
Hi guys.
Hi, welcome. We're so excited to have you.
Thanks for having me. I'm hungry. I realize I need a facial.
All
I
the
need
things, right? We need a new belt. We're hanging out for the day.
I'm all set.
Well, I have to say, we're going to give a shout out to Mr. Kerry Morrissey, who connected us. He is such a fan of you and your work, and he was like, you have to have her on. She's only here for a few days right now. You got to get her in. So we are so excited to have you here with us.
Thank you
Yes.
so much.
So do you want to tell everyone a little bit about you? And even though you're not full-time in Delray, you have a strong connection here.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've worked for 15 years as a technology expert based in Canada. I now live in Toronto. I did start my career out in San Francisco and work as a keynote speaker. I've written a couple of books, and my family has a place here in Ocean Ridge. So we are one of, I think, about 1 million Canadians who like to escape the Canadian winter and head to Florida. And yes, I've known Kerry for a really long time, and always talking to him about technology trends that are really shaping businesses that we've talked about today, and marketing tips, and just, you know, the future is so driven by the digital experience and technology as well.
So when you look at a couple changes, you look at businesses now, what are those 3? Give me like, I know it's probably a couple, but what are some 3 things that businesses should be looking at when it comes to technology?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think this was touched a little bit earlier on as well. And I think, you know, video was talked about, that whole visual experience. So really latching onto this idea of your visual brand, that's a really important one. I also think another thing people are talking more and more about is purpose-driven businesses. So this idea that you attach your business to a cause, whether it's supporting the chamber or whatever that might be, you know, you're behind your community. So I think that's really important as well. And I think the third thing is just digital discipline. And this is something I speak a lot about in my keynotes. And I know you have a lot of work to do on Instagram.
Yes.
We need your help, Amber. Help us.
But it's true, right? Like, we have to get into this habit that our whole world is digital, and this idea that we need to have discipline around everything that we do in business to build our brand, whether it's our professional brand or our personal brand. So, sorry to suck the fun out of the room, but time to get to work.
It's important. Well, one thing on that note that I think is really important to touch on, and I'd like your expert opinion, is on digital, like the digital world and devices and children. Sure. Because being parents, you know, we have to find that balance, because you can't put your kid in a room and say you can't ever have technology because they can't thrive. But at the same time, you don't want them glued to that technology. What do you think about all of that?
It's a good point. You know, a few years ago, I wrote a book called Outsmarting Your Kids Online, and it was all about keeping our kids safe. I don't think you actually can outsmart your kids, and that book is totally dated. So buy the book because everything's changed. But the truth is, I think it really is about kind of those 3 C's. One is, what content are they consuming? And is the content educational? That's a whole different experience.
Yep.
What's the context of their day? What else have they been doing? Have they been out, surfing or swimming or doing activities? If the context is they've had exercise, then that's okay to have more screen time. And the third is your child. How does your child actually react when it comes to screen time? Some kids are okay setting down the iPad. Some kids have a total meltdown. So you have to
meltdown.
Yeah, you have to take your child
not
into
cute.
consideration. So how old are your kids?
She's 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so my son is 11, my daughter's 13.
Okay, my son's 13.
Okay, so the craziest thing, when I go on my daughter's phone, so she has Amazon, and she has a shopping cart. And you go into that shopping cart, and it's like $30,000 worth of stuff inside of it.
Just hope she doesn't push the button
She just
by
has, like,
accident.
I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, these are all hopes and wishes that
Aw,
I put
she's
everything
setting
in.
goals in there.
Yeah.
Those are her shopping
Yeah, I'm
goals.
gonna let them goals stay right there.
She's better hope that by accident her pocket doesn't push
And
a
there's
button.
no credit card information.
No, I made sure.
Oh, there's no credit. Oh, okay,
No,
you're
no,
good then.
can't-
You're good.
Can't even do it.
But
no.
yeah, but Stella, like, we let her watch like educational things, so she does little games and educational things. But even so, when we go to take that thing, sometimes she's like, okay. Sometimes I don't know who comes out of her, but it is frightening.
It is, but the technology is built like that, right? It's
That's
built in a way
awful.
that it has addictive traits in
Yes.
many senses. So, you can use things like even just a simple egg timer, like go to a store, get an egg timer for little kids who are 5 years old and use that as, hey, Stella, the egg timer is up, your time is over. Common Sense Media is one of my favorite websites to go to that gives you a sense of what's appropriate per age. So that means if your kid wants to go, your 13-year-old or 11-year-old wants to go to a movie, you go to Common Sense Media, you find out, is that movie appropriate? Is this platform appropriate for them? And
Common Sense Media.
it's just an awesome resource, especially for younger kids as well.
You know what? This is one thing I noticed going to the high school. I noticed that you have some old school teachers that as soon as kids walk into the room, you put your phone in this basket. And then you have some other teachers that incorporate technology into their lessons. So all of the kids are on their phone. The teacher's asking questions a little bit. I think it's called like Kahoot. It's like a Kahoot.
Yeah.
And then all of the kids are answering the questions from their
that's
phone.
kinda cool.
And the teacher can track, who's answering it right. They do tests and everything that way. So, I mean, you have some new teachers now that say, you know what, we can't keep these kids off their phones. So we have to figure out a way to incorporate it into our lesson plan. So.
I think that's a smart way to do it. Honestly, it's part of our lives, and you have to figure out a way to be able to incorporate it. And oftentimes you'll hear people say, "Well, Steve Jobs never let his kids have technology." Well, they have enough money, so if their kids want to open up an art gallery in Manhattan, they can do that. But for the rest of us who need those digital skills, it's essential to be able to build those skills.
Right.
And so for me, it's not about listen, everything doesn't always have to happen on screens, but it is about that balance. And the teachers who leverage that technology and go to where the kids are in terms of respecting the fact that this is part of their lives, I find they'll be the most successful when it comes to the future of education.
I totally agree.
And bringing it back to our business community here too, what are some ways, and I know they're going to learn a lot of this on Friday also, but is there any little things that people may not realize they should be doing, like 2 little tips of ways that they can connect and grow online outside of Instagram and Pinterest or Facebook or any of the usuals? Is there anywhere that you recommend people to go and do some research and really help themselves grow?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm sure our guests are familiar with Social Media Examiner, which is one of my favorite websites that has real how-tos and tutorials. And I love what was said off the top of your show in terms of it being an investment, right? This is not an expense, it's an investment, and it helps to build your brand in your future. So I think that is such a critical part of the story, and you don't want to get left behind.
Yep.
And you always have to have hope and really believe that that one connection that you make through an Instagram direct message or a Twitter message, that could change the trajectory of your business. And I've always believed that.
way.
And I think it's important for business owners to understand that this is where the activity is happening in terms of the future of marketing.
1,000%.
And I think too, when you're looking at Instagram and you see small business owners, they get into a lot of the craves and the hashtags, do the different things, the different reels that are taking off. It buys people in to let people see that personal side of you as well. And you're like, oh my gosh, this is a really fun person. Maybe I go and patronize their business or something of that nature. But I think it's very wise for businesses to to get into, especially the videos.
Yes.
You know, doing the videos is
And like I said to you guys earlier, you know, start to take those pictures and those videos. You don't have to post it all while you're running around on the go, but find 15 minutes or 20 minutes a day where you can sit down with a coffee and then do some of your posting where you can pay attention, not mess up hashtags and all those other details. So collect the imagery and then post at a different time.
I think that's
now when it
really
comes to
great
the hashtag, like how do you know? I mean, it's millions of them.
Yeah.
So how do you know which hashtags to use?
We're asking because we need help with our Instagram.
Yeah, I mean,
we're just
like,
going to keep on asking some more questions.
It's
because
a free
need help.
consultation right now. Free
Amanda
consultation.
and Jamael on Instagram, please.
you need to go to the event Friday, which is taking place.
We need to come, guys. You're looking at us, you're like, those two better be there. They need lots of help.
Chamber you. I'm getting a shirt that says you on Chamber you. I'll be there.
Yeah.
And I want a degree when I leave.
I'm sure they can make you a certificate or a diploma, right? You'll be good to go.
Right. I'm putting it on my resume.
Yeah, but it's a good point. I mean, I think, you know, in terms of little tips is just like exercise, right? You make it part of your everyday and you create that routine. You have that digital discipline in terms of what you're doing. And I hate to say it, but, you know, also learn to love it, right? Like, I'm a curious person. I love meeting people. I'm meeting a lot of people today, so this is super fun. So be curious, be excited about the networking opportunities, because if you aren't, it's just not going to land. It's not going to work, right? You have to recognize and be hopeful about the changes this can bring to your business.
I love it.
I do too. And I think you're right, Jamael, when you were talking about the video too. Like, you know, we had our beautiful photos done with Ethan. People thought it was an engagement shoot. But then you see us moving and we're talking. And then people are like, oh no, this isn't what this is. They are hosting a show. And I think it is a way to just take that static image and really expand upon it and tell that story. Which
Yeah,
is
and
huge.
don't sweat it too much. I mean, don't lose sleep over it in the sense that if you make a mistake with a hashtag, it's okay.
She texts me every other day. What's wrong with our
Why
Instagram?
nobody likes us? Stop it.
It's a lot of work, though. I'm not going to deny that. I'm up
It
at
is a
11
lot of
o'clock
work.
at night on social media connecting, so I get it, but it's worth it.
And I think too, the other thing that I've noticed is with my businesses is it is about those connections. It's not just, okay, post a picture and walk away. It's connecting with other people. Oh, Amber, I love what you just posted, or oh, Amber, that was so interesting. Like yesterday, I'm just gonna give a quick story, but yesterday there's an artist, I love this artist. You stop it. There's this artist we love, and we bought her wallpaper for our shop, A Little Wild. And I sent her just a quick message. I don't know what possessed me. And I was just like, I just want to thank you for creating such beautiful art that's so inspiring. The girl wrote back and she said it made her day. So you're connecting with other business people, other humans that, you know, and sharing your experience with their work or their business too makes a big difference. I'm sure the ladies here can tell you, when you write a note and say, oh my gosh, my manicure was the best I ever had, people in here are gonna smile.
Right. No, I agree. A lot of times what we tend to do, as soon as we go to a business and we have a bad experience, a lot of people go straight on social media and they want to blast the business. Yeah. But a lot of times when you go and you have a great experience, people won't go in there and say, I had a wonderful experience at such and such. I try to, every time, before I would get these reviews, they would ask me to do surveys. Now I make sure that I try to give feedback to every business that I go to. And I try to be honest with that feedback because you only can help that person grow.
Exactly.
And I would not share anything publicly that's negative.
Right.
You know, if it's positive, I'll go ahead and share. But negative, you know, I'll do it privately, give them a little, you know,
it helps them.
Right. I did that with Burger King actually the other day.
Really?
No, I did. I was kind of mad.
They gave you a survey?
No, you know, they sent out this new Whopper, the Whopper melt. And then on TV, I mean, the bread was toasted. The cheese was just melting down the side of the burger.
Those marketing people, they had him.
Man, you know, so all I was thinking about when I opened up my sandwich is like, just wanted the cheese melt and I wanted the buns toasted. And it was just plain white sourdough. My cheese was not melted. I was mad.
He cried a little.
I took a picture of what my sandwich looked like and what it was supposed to look like. And I say, Burger King,
get it together.
Something wrong.
Get it together.
But I still ate it.
You're making grown men cry, Burger King.
I still finished this sandwich though. It was good. All right, I'll digress. I'm sorry, y'all.
Clearly we're hungry. We need to go to Marianne's.
I'm going to get that stuff inside.
We gotta go to Marianne's.
I'm sorry, I went off on.
No, that's good to know. I won't be eating that.
Don't get that burger. Don't go to Burger King. I know you were going to, Amber. Do not go to that Burger King and get that sandwich today.
I'm sorry. Burger King did not pay us for this sponsored post right now. So.
You definitely are not giving them a sponsored post. They would not.
That's pretty honest.
They would not pay for that one.
It was good. I'm sorry, Mr. King.
So.
All right. How would somebody get it? How would they get in contact with you?
Super easy, ambermac.com. I have a newsletter that I send out every Tuesday that has lots of tips and tools, and that's over at ambermac.com/newsletter, or just Google AmberMac. I'm all over social media.
A cool name.
It is a cool name.
AmberMac is.
Well,
that's dope.
just quickly, I'll tell you, my name is Amber MacArthur, and I couldn't get Amber MacArthur way back when, and so I registered ambermac.com, and then I was sad for months and months, and it turned out to be the best thing because it's easy to remember.
It's so easy.
It's a great
like
little
catchy.
story.
I love it.
But it was a mistake, basically.
But it's a mistake that worked.
Thank you for educating us and joining us.
Yes,
today.
and thanks for
Absolutely.
taking time out of your busy vacation to come and.
Gosh,
and
no,
spend the
I'm
morning
happy
with
to learn
us.
about all these new businesses. There's about a million Canadians in Florida, and we're always trying to network and meet people. So I try to get all of them to come to Delray Beach. I'm working hard on this, so I'll tell them to come to all these businesses here as well.
Well, thank
Yes,
you
thank
guys.
you.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
time. Thank you. I don't know about you, but I'm very hungry now. All this talk about food.
The turkey and stuff and
It
sandwich.
is, that one is amazing.
It's a wrap.
I've had that one before. It is very good.
Yeah, I keep pushing my date back on. I want to start a diet.
No, not today. Today's not that day.
Yeah, I've been doing it for like 4 months now. I keep pushing it back, so I'm pushing.
Well, I'm excited to go to Chamber U. I think it's going to be a great event.
I think that's going to be really dope. So if you're a business owner out there and you have some questions around marketing, anything around social media, you need to be at this event.
For sure.
And it's lunch and learn on Friday.
So you get to have lunch. We
And
like
learn.
lunch, and you get to learn.
And you get to learn. I think, in one shot, and also at the same time, like this is an investment.
Well, and you get a headshot with Ethan.
Oh, Ethan.
And his photos, if you haven't seen his photos, you need to take out your phone, right? It's probably
Everybody
in your hand
needs their
already.
headshot,
And you need to
especially
look, and these photos are fantastic.
Yeah, for LinkedIn and things of that
Yeah.
nature, you need your head. You can always use the headshots. Mine are outdated. I think the last time I was like 17. The last time I did a headshot.
Ethan, right now. Nancy, get your makeup. Let's go. He's got to get his picture right now, guys. Let's go.
I don't think she have enough makeup. I gotta fix all of this.
No.
But no, this is a really good
Great show.
Yeah, I'm very comfortable. We don't have to leave here.
I know, Nancy, we're just going to hang out, right? We can paint people's nails, right? I'm not very good, actually. You'd fire me. I'd be fired.
I don't have any nails.
All right, well, let's go get some food.
Hey, you know what? So listen, thank you guys for joining us today. We love you. Have a Delray day. Peace out. I got on that Burger King. Yeah, that was.
Where's this thing?
Oh, you get a photo. He want a photo.
Oh, so I should stop what I'm doing, in other
Let
words?
me take my robe off. Like.